Hello, it's that time of the week again where I talk about Four Nights of the Apocalypse. And like mentioned last week, we are now 20 chapters away from the fabled chapter 200. Chapter 180, Pelio versus Isold. And here we go, Isold posing like he's a damn JoJo cover and yeah.
Yeah!
She looking good. She looking good. Look at that.
Look at the heavy look that she's carrying.
We move on to the first page, which we see the crowd cheering and roaring after the end of the last match. But obviously, as we know, in the end, it was Tantris who won the fight, with Cheon just crying at the fact that he failed. The others ask if he's alright, and then he's just like, I'm hurt in my heart, man. Prince Tristan, he should have forgotten about me, but he still saved me. But I know I had to get his memories back, but I was so he's just upset at the fact he had to be mean to Tristan. This is a goofy ass panel, and the others just all agree that even though his memories may be gone, air quotes, he's still the same kind prince deep down. And Tristan goes back to see where Isolette was, only to see that he disappeared. The fact that she passed out due to getting run through in the battle.
Pause.
And Edlin remembers that the others told him that Tristan lost his memories, but the other guy is just like, wait, is that you, Prince Tristan? And Tantris is already confused, like, Prince, me? And then the other guy explains that he went to Leona's for his 10th birthday celebration at the palace, and we see the panel with them and the 7 deadly, well, the 5 of the 7 deadly sins, because who knows what Merlin is getting up to these days. And the guy admits that he mainly went there to see the 7 deadly sins. Tantris is thinking like, what the hell is a Leonis and the 7 deadly sins with Isolette waking up, with Edlin then stopping what's his name, Boris or something like that, from talking any further, right as Isolette wakes up, which is it's kind of suspicious.
That's suspicious like shit.
If you really think about it, because even during the Cheon and the Tantris fight, she had passed out before crucial details of Tantris' backstory was revealed, or Tristan's backstory was revealed. And then right before she wakes up here, when this guy was talking about his 10th birthday party and the 7 deadly sins, right before she wakes up and fully zooms into the conversation, Edlin stops. This is very suspicious. If you think about it, I might be reading too deep into it, but I feel like it's important that she doesn't know as well. And Edlin goes on to remind him that they were warned to not agitate Tristan if they ran into him. But the crowd roar interrupts as we now go to here we go. The final first round match of the day, the 4th battle in Block B. Pelio against Isold. Just look at the way she's walking in with that morning star of hers, man. Like she's so fun. She looked, every panel of her really has me considering snow sledding. And Tantris is just like, yo, a second Isold? And it's just like, why does my heart speed up when I see her? Hey, you know what? Hey, me too, Tantris. Me too. Ever since this post-time skip design of hers, oh man. Isolette seems to be getting a headache of some kind, and Tantris goes to comfort her, with Edlin saying that he has a apothecary friend that she could see. Nastiness. And Tantris is like, let's take her somewhere quieter first then. And then the battle begins. Pelio immediately says that it doesn't matter which of them will win, but obviously, what are we doing here right now? It may not matter, but like low key, if you're not willing to fight Tristan, then you can give me the victory. And Isold just confesses that she's not even sure if she's prepared or not, really. Putting aside the question of whether they can bring back his memory back, like she genuinely asked what she could possibly do. And then the guys are just like, yo, stop yakking, more fighting. And then Pelio's like, yeah, let's pretend to fight at least before the people suspect them. And then she notices that Tristan is holding Isolette, I know it might be confusing to some of y'all, me calling her Isold. It's just the way I differentiate them, because I'm not saying Isold 1 and Isold 2, those fake Isold. And I already explained myself in a previous video, anyways, on that. But, she low-key starts tweaking. She not even low-key. High-key starts tweaking out.
I pull up on you, explode, trigger to the dome.
With her magic literally going under Fritz, launching a bunch of, like, magical bombs around her. Well, man, she the jealous type, I guess, as they all explode around Pelio and in the arena. Her surprised that she let herself go like that. And hey man, this chapter dropped the week of Valentine's Day. The week of Valentine's Day as well. This video is dropping on Valentine's Day. And yeah, this is like they say, man, hell hath no fury like a woman's scorn. As Pelio immediately forfeits the match, which honestly I can't blame her. After all of that, she literally saw this nigga Tristan carry another lady and unintentionally crashed out. Now for the 1 or 2 female viewers I got watching this, y'all are probably looking at this and it was like, you know what, that's a valid crash out. And honestly, I'm gonna agree with y'all. I see another nigga pick up my bit. Yeah, nah, man, it's up. I'm forget the match. I'm nuking y'all, bro. Straight ending my Elish. And everyone's just upset at how quickly the match ended, with Isold apologizing for not intentionally doing that. And with that, Isold, Pelio was just like, hey, now you know that you really actually want to squabble. And it's just like, please, next time, just throw all of that at him next time. He actually looks so done. And he's just like, please, do not involve me in this lover's spat. Like, Isold actually genuinely cooked him. Oh, man. 6 foot plus mommy that will blow anything up the moment you step out of line. Yeah, I need it. She actually has me moving like Johan on TikTok, man, because what is going on our For You page for her to win off of just being a tad bit jealous? And with the crowd continuing to boo, Pelio just tells him shut up, and one guy is just like, please, you gotta show off a little bit more. And Pelio immediately is like, you are the last person I want to hear that from, which is fair, because this nigga didn't even make it past the preliminary. Can I speak English, please? It's literally my first language. Preliminaries. And then we get obviously an announcement of who the 8 gladiators are going to proceed to the next round for tomorrow's proceedings. Which, okay, I thought initially, but before we even move on, I'd like to say, I thought initially that they just try to get the whole tournament out the way within the day, but it makes sense if it's just round 1 day, round 2. I just thought it would be quicker. I'm not sure why I thought that way. Sometimes I can be an idiot, but yeah, it makes sense to give them time to rest and obviously recover their magic power and stuff. So, but yeah, here we are. Here is the announcements for the gladiators. The first fight in Block A, my sunshine, my goat, my son, Percival against Dubs, mystery package. The second in Block A is Big Stepper Nasians against Diodora. Block B's first bout, and then we look at the way Nako decided to draw it for Block B's first bout being Gawain versus Ballin. Look how they have this, how he has this drawn out. This shit looks real familiar to me. I don't know why. And in the second is the lovers spat between Tantris and Isold. Man, bro, she too fine for him, man. This shit pissed me off, bro. Forget Tristan. Can't rock with a real brother.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
While the gladiators are told to take the chance to rest and replenish their power while they can. And we get some interactions between the others afterwards. With Pelio seeing that Hauser is already recovered thanks to Percival. And they both joke that obviously since that despite them being leaders, they both lost in the first round. And Hauser asks, yo, why did you let Isold win instead of fighting it out? And Pelio explains that it's that neither him or Isold would be able to beat Prince Tristan regardless, and that the main question is how they'll make him regain his memories if they have a chance at it at all. And him even saying something corny as well, I'm gonna have to bet on the power of love, which is ISOLDE'S magic ability. That love is misplaced. I am telling you this right here, right now. That love is misplaced. Maybe I'm saying this because I have no Valentine, but regardless. And we see this panel of everyone gathered around with Narcians taking a look at ISOLDE. I know ISOLDE is pissed right now, and Tantress is just like, you know, maybe I got y'all niggas wrong. I treated you guys badly, but you still you're also kind in return. With Percival explained that it's nothing to worry about and to take. With Tantra saying that they'll be on their way, and ISOLDE is just looking away and giving a knowing look as well. And as the two walk away, Donnie is glad that nothing serious happened. With Anne berating him about not be glad about it. With Donnie explaining that it was Edlin who brought them over at the end of the day, trying to pin it on him. And Anne goes on to explain it was kind of faultless because they brought them right where ISOLDE could see them as well, with ISOLDE stating it's not his fault. And even berating Narcy and some like, why give her medication if it was just exhaustion anyways? With Cheon agreeing with that as well. With Percival further questioning, like, did you spot something? But Narcians goes on to explain that while rest is good for physical exhaustion, Gawain goes on to interlude saying that, no doubt about it now, that with the symptoms, her exhaustion was caused by spending massive amounts of magic force. Ha! You don't say. You do not say. Ha! And seeing how there's always been that symbol in her eyes as well, let me leave it for now. Let's continue with this chapter. I'll say what I want to say at the end of this. Tantris and ISOLDE are in their chambers explaining, with Tantris talking about how nice the others were. With ISOLDE saying that, yeah, they are, but asks Tantris to promise not to fight the way he did today. With Tantris low-key ducking the question, is just like, you know, ISOLDE? And she's like, yeah, who am I anyways? And we get this, he suddenly just starts mewing or something, because look, the jawline is crazy. It's just like, who am I anyways? As obviously he's starting to become more curious about shit. With that look of worry on her face, being very, very suspicious. Very suspicious. Yeah, that's where the chapter ends anyways, with this amazing side profile of Tantris right here. But yeah, my thoughts on the chapter. Honestly, I wasn't expecting a big fight from Baby Girl ISOLDE anyways. Against Pelio. I knew one of them was gonna bow, because again, either way, it doesn't matter who wins. Their main goals here are to A, get Tristan's memory back, and B, cut down Beltrap if they can, if they see an opening to. Yeah, so it really didn't matter how this was gonna go, but it's cool to see how Love Bomb has evolved over the last 2 years, because before, I can't lie, I didn't think ISOLDE's ability was anything to be really impressed by. Like, the more she feels love towards Tristan, the stronger her magic. Like, yeah, sure. But to think that it works with jealousy against someone else as well is quite interesting. So her magical ability might just be more than just her affection towards Tristan. It might be any sort of intense emotions that she has towards Tristan for any so particular reasons. So who knows? So right now we saw it activating off of jealousy and anger towards ISOLDE for their closeness, and obviously leaving the arena in absolute shambles as well. But I also would have liked to see Pelio fight again, to be honest, but you know, I can't complain too much. We might get a moment with him and Hauser really pulling up the stocks after the tournament against Beltripe. Yeah, this has been interesting. Like I said, ISOLDE's Love Bomb might be just in her intense emotions involving Tristan taking physical manifestation through explosive force. So who knows how her magic would behave if her and Tristan ever tied a knot, which I am rooting for. As much as I'd love ISOLDE to be mine, there's only one true pairing that I believe in. And I'm not a shipper guy. I do not care about shipping in any kind of story unless it just makes logical sense to me. That's how I feel with Momo and Alcaron in Danadan. That's how I feel like with Tristan and Isolde in Seven Deadly Sins. Right now, at least, I didn't really care too much about it before the time skip, but after the time skip and during this arc, I've been like, maybe it's because I'm seeing how post time skip Isolde is moving now, is looking like now as well, and it's also how I feel about Yuki and Tenka and Chain Soldier. And like I said, when that Chain Soldier, you'll understand. I never thought I would have seen the day when I would have been rooting for the blonde Snow Bunny in a series. Yeah, outside of that, with Tantris now hearing more about his days as Tristan, he's getting more and more curious. And that moment where Isolette fainted during his match against Shion, I think is quite pivotal, as well, as Gawain and Narcians explained that the symptoms of her illness, air quotes, is just high magic power exhaustion. So, as I suspected, she may be using some form of magic to keep his memories locked away, and during that small stint, the magic was letting up. And we do know that she has something to give Tantris as well, which I suspect is another flower, because I gave a whole explanation before that she might be using that as a medium for her powers to suppress Tristan's memories, so that he'll continue to do her bidding. And generally, those are my thoughts on this chapter. It feels like at first glance you wouldn't think that this chapter contains too much, and it's just sort of like a cop out to get the first round over with. But if you really look at it and look at some of the things they're talking about and pay attention to certain things, like obviously Isolde's magic and Tantris being more curious on who Tristan is, it's more so a good way. I think it's a decent way, not the best, but a decent way to rev out the first round and into the second one. I'm not even sure if we'll dive straight into the second one anyways, because I feel like we'll have another chapter to sort of, I don't want to say cool down, but sort of like maybe another sort of maybe a build-up chapter, kind of like how this sort of was, in terms of we might get a discussion between Tantris and Isolette. We might get confirmation on what kind of magic she's using to keep Tristan as Tantris, and we might just get some other character interactions, like maybe Percy and Dubs talking about how they're gonna fight. See a sneak peek of the weapon that Percival is gonna use as well, so that Dubs has made for Percival, I mean. So yeah, that'll be cool. Those are my predictions for 181. Happy Valentine's Day to y'all. I hope you're spending it with your partner in some capacity. I hope you in some capacity, whether later today or earlier today, whenever you're watching this if you're watching this on Valentine's Day, or if you're watching this after Valentine's Day, I hope you all did something good. I hope it didn't end in a bad way. I'm not one of those kind of guys who, despite being single, wishes the downfall upon other couples. I've matured past that phase, man. That's not me no more. That's not me no more, I swear. Yeah, y'all leave your relationship headaches to y'all, man. I'm not ready for that. If you ask someone to be a Valentine, I hope they said yes. I hope everything's gonna go smoothly. Yeah, if you don't have a Valentine's, bro, don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. Jealousy does not look good on you. Focus on yourself. Get your money up. Don't play too many Marvel Rivals ranked matches. You will pull your hair out. Or even quick play. Quick play is low-key a worse environment. That's the end of this video. I'll see y'all next week. If there's gonna be a chapter next week, I feel like there's gonna be a break. But if not, then I'll see y'all. Take care. Bye. Oh, God.
Everyone keeps asking me what you gonna do when you see Tucker. I'm backing up my local church with a switch and we landing all gold.
I'm my dress bearer too, nigga.